and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, the wackiest combo deck you've ever seen, a graveyard reanimator strategy that wins off one reanimation spell on that very turn. It's old Stickfingers, green and black, and in my opinion, one of the better green and black commanders you could possibly play. Of course, it does involve Paradox Engine, but it's really not a Paradox Engine deck in the style that you're used to. The Paradox Engine adds to and quickly ends the game when you do everything correctly. So, old Stickfingers, I want to give a lot of credit for this deck, all the credit really, to a player, MathMatiger from the Brawl League, the historic Brawl Hub League, that I got to do the commentary on. You can check out their YouTube channel at Historic Brawl Hub. I covered a tournament for them, and this was one of the top 8 decks in the tournament, so you can watch that VOD if you want to, and you can see old Stickfingers in all of its glory, its competitive Brawl glory, and a really cool deck. So how does it work? For the most part, watch the games. I can try to verbally spell out the lines of this combo for you, but it's going to be weird. In a nutshell, you cast this for 3. There are only 3 creatures in your deck. They are Nyxbloom Ancient, Razakath the Foul-Blooded, and Young Necromancer, a card I didn't even know existed until I saw it in this deck. Only an uncommon if you need to craft it. Then, once those 3 are in your graveyard, you reanimate Young Necromancer with a card like Unbreakable Bond. You get back Young Necromancer, you exile 2 cards, and you get back Razakath. You sacrifice a creature, but not the Young Necromancer, so you also need a creature token on the battlefield. Old Stickfingers counts, it's often there. And you go and you fetch Feign Death. This brings back the Young Necromancer. You cast down the Young Necromancer, you sacrifice the Young Necromancer to Razakath by paying 2 life. You search for another card. This is usually a mana source, but it depends how much mana you have. Or it can be a token source like Verdant Command to make 2 more tokens because you're going to need more tutors. Young Necromancer goes to the graveyard, then re-enters. Then you exile 2 cards to get back Nyxbloom Ancient. Now you have triple mana. Now one of your tutors, after getting the tokens or getting the mana, goes to get the Great Henge. Then the Great Henge taps for triple mana because of Nyxbloom Ancient. Then you use a tutor to go get a Paradox Engine. Now every spell you cast untaps the Great Henge. You go get just about any spell in your deck, or you cast your commander from the command zone over and over because you usually have a lot of mana to do it, especially if you tutor up more mana rocks like Relic of Legends or Cultivator's Caravan. And then you make a whole bunch of mana and gain a whole bunch of life because you gain 2 life every time through, and you tutor up as much of your deck as you want to. But what you get is Pestilent Cauldron, which for 1 and a tap says each opponent mills cards equal to the amount of life you gained this turn. And eventually you gain enough life with the Great Henge, and you untap the Pestilent Cauldron enough with Paradox Engine, and you mill them out. It works. It's a very good deck, and most people don't know what's going on with it. So like I said, watch the games. I've tried my best to explain it in the intro. Also, I want to get a few things out of the way. We're doing this video different than other videos. This is for the patient and the wise. This is for the 5 heads. Only 10 million IQ watch this video. The short attention span little plebs of the internet will not get value out of this. Why? I want to stress, I have a winning record with the deck, 70% win rate with the deck. It's doing well. However, I kept the first 2 games I played in this video, and it's me not having any idea what I'm doing with the combo. So you're gonna see me stumble around like an idiot. I might even lose, but maybe it will help you understand fully what is needed to put the combo together, and also maybe it will make some of you feel good watching me just suffer and do stupid things, because I know some of you really like that, you weirdos. So yeah, also no outro on this particular video. I got a voice thing today. You can't quite tell because I'm going hard right now, but my voice is dying. So I'm just going to tell you right now, thank you for watching this video. As always, you're cool. Now let's dive in. Let old Stickfingers nonsense begin. All right, our opener has a ramp card, a reanimation card. It has the combo piece Pestilent Cauldron, which you don't really want in your opener. But I mean, I guess it can make pests. It can also get things out of the graveyard. Probably not going to be a thing that we do, though. Yeah, we'll keep it. The Assassin's Trophy is also not the removal spell you want to see here. Let's go ahead, name green, and get our scry on. Another land? Yeah, we need 5 lands to do the Stickfingers thing. You do need to hit the land drops. Even up. Rakdos the Showstopper. Demons and devils and imps and stuff. Our opponent hasn't done anything yet. Do I play the Cauldron and then make a pest? Every pest that we make has the potential to be important. Getting this destroyed might be an issue. I don't think we play it. I think we just hold it. Every pest we make could be a tutor, though, for the Razaketh. Alright, we've done nothing. That's okay. We've got the Mox Amber, so we have an extra mana with Stickfingers. Let's go for 3. If the opponent has Graveyard Hate, this is gonna hurt. But I don't think they're ready for this. Razaketh, Nyxbloom Ancient, Young Necromancer into the graveyard. We don't want them to overthink the Stickfingers, so I'm not even playing the Mox Amber. I don't want them to think that I need it. Alright, they push it. We will leave it in the graveyard. Nope. Scratch that. My bad. Footlight Fiend. So now we get a little bit of the devil flavor of the opponent's deck. We do need 1 mana, but I think that Amber can be the mana. However, our opponent has open mana, so there's no reason to go for it this turn. We should probably play the defense grid. Just so they can't interact. If they want to target the Mox Amber here, they can, but they probably want to target the grid itself. We could play out the Cauldron. That's... Nope. Nope. Chill. So defense grid. Very important card for combo decks that aren't blue. And if the opponent passes here, they play Karlach. Good news about an alchemy card. We don't have to read it. So let's go with Summon the Undead and see if I can do this combo. Mill 3 cards. You got to be careful. We did mill the Caravan, which I know has a role in the combo, so it could be an issue. So let's exile you, exile you. Now we choose what to bring back. We bring back... Yeah, I've totally got this. Actually, this lets us bring back Razaketh. How do we get the mana? Oh, Feign Death. So we got to get Razaketh. I gotcha. Okay. So there's Razaketh. It's here. Now we have to get Feign Death. So we tap this for black. This becomes a 1/1. We sacrifice it to Razaketh. We fetch Feign Death. I wonder if having the Mox Amber on the field is going to be an issue. How do we get mana from this? Are we just going to have no mana after this goes off? Because we're going to have Nyxbloom Ancient. Maybe we can tutor a land, though? We haven't hit our land drop for turn. All right, I'm fine. This is fine. All right, so this dies. It returns with the counter. We exile 2 cards from the graveyard, and we're going to get Nyxbloom freaking Ancient. Now we're searching, and we have to get a land. This is fine. Everything's fine. It has to be an untapped land. I don't think Mutavault will do, so we'll go with Command Tower. Wait, I did play a land? I don't remember playing a land. Oh no. I don't remember playing a land at all. It must have been the Nexus. It's fine. I've got this. Somebody tell me how I was supposed to go off there. Because I thought you were supposed to be able to go off with 6 mana and 1 open. I think I had to have 1 more creature. Yeah, I needed 1 more creature in order to do it. Exiled? Sacrifice another creature. Ah! I have nothing for 0 to prevent this. All right, great. I'm just gonna have to win with Nyx Bloom Ancient. Okay, it's fine. This is fine. This is fine. Arrgh. So I'm salty because I'm an idiot. Okay, give me a break. And they had the exile effect. That's not cool. Creature lands or planeswalkers. All right. Guess Liliana has to do.
Why hide? Death is ever present.
Probably should have fetched something by sacking the Necromancer before the Razaketh died. Too tilted. It's fine. No creatures in the graveyard, so playing Stickfingers won't do anything. We get a chump block. We get 2 chump blocks. Maybe Footlight Fiend is thinking about killing the Necromancer. Still not enough. Okay, maybe, no, yes, we'll see. Can't believe I absolutely bumble the combo on the first try. I passed. Lame. And they're all exiled. Everything's an exile effect. Draw. Plus. So there's going to be no creatures in the graveyard, so Stickfingers is going to do absolutely nothing the rest of the game. I guess we might draw, so I'll just hold. And I gotta go the distance with zombies. Ugh. Pathetic. Take this man's arena card. He shouldn't be allowed to play. If they play anything, I could ultimate Liliana, but then I don't know what I have left. Oh my goodness! A lightning bolt for Liliana. Don't kill her though. I need her. She's like my whole game now. She's my world. Let's exile up your graveyard a little so I can draw. Yeah, this is exactly what the deck was meant to be. A little Pestilent Cauldron value for the people. It's no creatures in graveyard. Oh god, that's not going to get better, is it? Not in the slightest. All right, zombies, continue. Nissa's down there. We could get Nissa back. No, we can't. The burst is gone. Maybe there's another way, like Cruelty of Gix can get Nissa. Eldest Reborn's down there already. Yeah, let's draw. How bad could it be? There we go. That also makes creatures. Good. Good. They're basically dead. They're just, they can't stop zombies plus shapeshifters, which are zombies. Liliana, no. Oh my god. All the answers. And a couple of devils. That's their deck in a nutshell. Am I just going to drain out? Can I afford to do all the things here? Wishclaw Talisman. What does that get? What does that get? Cruelty of Gix, right? Something to get back a Planeswalker. Okay. Okay. That takes 3, and we have a land in hand. So we don't need the treasure to do it. Easy win. Never didn't have it. We are on the draw against Rusko. the enemy. We have the Cauldron and Opener. We have Relic of Legends. We have a Command. And we have a Thoughtseize. I think that we can keep it, but we're missing a reanimation spell. If we draw one, though, we should be good. Relic kind of produces 2 mana, so we have 5. We just need to draw 1 land. That's reasonable. This creates 2 1/1s, so yep, should be good to go. Rusko, of course, with the right counterspell in the right spot, can just demolish our whole plan. But hey, we're here to play. What you got? A lot of removal, which is fine. Shadow's Verdict, which does nothing. Let's take the Thought Erasure. Caravan is another mana producer. I'm not going to be in a rush to play the command just in case they just want to kill the squirrels. We kind of want to do it right before we do our thing. They play an Ornithopter of Paradise, so they did draw a way to play Rusko early. That's frustrating. Maybe I do want to make the squirrels then. Just... yeah, if they do something about them, they're not going to play the Verdict. If they do something about the squirrels, it's going to keep them busy. Eldest Reborn isn't going to do anything against the Ornithopter of Paradise. But, you know, this can attack for 5, but this produces 2 mana potentially. Alright, Relic. Swing. Alright, the clock's about to start ticking. And there is the Clockmaker. Alright, I think we play Eldest Reborn and get that ticking. Although it's really tempting to play out our mana rocks and be really prepared, but I think we just gotta go for this. And then the next turn we play the Stickfingers and potentially get a free reanimation on the 3rd turn, which should let us go off. We could get rid of Rusko and make another clock, but they won't. Alright, our next turn is very scripted. We're just going to go for Stickfingers. They've got a tapped land, and we know they have a lot of removal, and they play a Bank Buster. Okay. That doesn't change too much for us. They're going to be aggressive. Also fine. Plenty of life to go. We will have to navigate Heartless Act, Infernal Grasp the turn we go off if they have open mana, which could be tricky, but Razaketh can sack a squirrel to tutor up a Veil of Summer right away. Tick-tock. Land. They've got to drop a card. They drop a Heartless Act instead of a Verdict. That's good for us. So we need to Stickfingers for 3. So we can play a Mind Stone first. Attack. Razaketh, Nyx Bloom Ancient, Young Necromancer. The setup is there. Are they going to pop off like Infernal Grasp here? I hope so. But no, they draw with Bankbuster. Alright, is Veil in the graveyard? No. Citadel. Okay, can they storm off here? Just hit land. Hit land. Land? Land? They're on 8 for the clock. I think they just hit land. They draw for Bankbuster. Hit another one, please. 9 for the clock. Come on, man. 10 for the clock. Come on. Come on. 11. No, that's not a clock trigger. That's a Thassa. Okay. Okay. I'm sweating. I am concerned. They get another clock. They have 3 mana. And here we go. We've got to win here. Target is... We got to exile 2 cards. We have them. We're going to need another one in the graveyard, though, old Stickfingers, to do it again. Here's Razaketh. Resolves. Gonna make sure I have my land on the table this time. Here we go. Do not put this back in the command zone. We need it in the graveyard to exile to the young necromancer. Feign death. In response, I think they're going to target Razaketh with the Infernal Grasp. And they do. Okay. The clock is on 11. Veil them. Oh, good. They didn't have a counter on top of their deck. Okay. Oh, but they are shuffling up here. But Veil's resolved. Do I want to do anything else with that trigger on the stack? Feign Death hasn't resolved yet, so sacking the young necromancer would be bad. And remember, they can also cast from top of library here. Okay, that resolved. All right, all right, all right, all right. Sack this. Sack here. Search for Henge. Our spells can't be countered this turn, right? Can't be countered. All right. So exile these 2. This time we go to command zone because we're in exile. We get the Nyxbloom Ancient. We get the Great Henge. Do we have enough creatures? We have the young necromancer. That can get us Paradox, right? Okay. And then we get token makers. Okay. Any creatures in graveyard? No. So we sack the necromancer. Nyxbloom Ancient is not immune, but we can tutor up a safekeeping if we have a creature online. So we need to get more creatures. And now there's a necromancer in the graveyard. So Liliana isn't a creature. Yeah, I don't have the Verdant command anymore to make those squirrels. But this will do. This makes a creature. Okay. So we cast you. And I really want this other creature on the field so I can tutor up a safekeeping. So now we get Paradox Engine. Yeah, Cultivation can instant speed do that. So now we get Paradox Engine. And this can go back to command. We have enough mana to recast it a few times. We could have made mana there with the Relic before we did this too, which is an extra, like, really good move. Here's Paradox. We do have to watch our clock. Engine. All right. Caravan. And now we start gaining life with the Henge. So now we just have to start looping spells. And we shouldn't need the extra life too much. So we just have to play this a bunch of times. Because it goes... we sack it for the tutor and it just goes straight back to command, right? So we can do a lot like that. We can also just cast these cards from hand. So we can go like this, and this, and this. Did I just time out for the turn? No! 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 I had it! That was my last time out? Was that really my last time out? And I was targeting for casualties of war. No. No. We're on the play against Urza, and I need a frickin' pep talk. I can do this. I can do it. It's just another combo deck. I can do it. This hand is keepable. We have to draw land. If we don't draw land and just get mana screwed, it'll be a tragedy, but we do have careful cultivation, which is ramp, and we're getting right into the hand. We see a veto, which is a problem. But is it the problem I need to play around? I have Terra Sunder, which can target some artifacts. I feel like they're going to need this Bobble. I feel like they also need this Seek New Knowledge. I'm going for the Seek New Knowledge, not let them fix their hand. It's kind of a sketch hand. They need some things to go right. Maybe it will, but this is a colorless source, so it doesn't scare me much. They look at my top card. They get a draw. They need this to be pretty good. I get to make a 1/1, and then we're up to 4 mana. Okay, they got a white source. That was easier than I had hoped it would be. We got a Mauling, which we'll play tapped. I can do this. I can play this frickin' combo deck. There's Urza. That walks right into the Eldest Reborn, which is exactly where we want things to be. Got by the veto. And now we have a reanimation effect on the battlefield. So next turn we hold Stickfingers. And the turn after that, I should be able to win if I'm not an idiot. Right? Right? Alright, discard a card. I wish I had 1 more mana and I could pick off this Hedron Archive with Terra Sunder, and that would feel great, but... Alright, the cards are in the bin. By the way, my whole deck is revealed to them. If they actually took a minute to look at it, maybe they'd figure out what I'm going for, but it's really hard to piece together. Just looking at the deck list often isn't enough. Alright. I've got to play pretty fast, too. I have to remember that. I don't have that many timeouts because I'm going off so early in the game. Cloud Key. Names Artifact. Mystic Forge. Shields are down on the veto. Draw a land. And here we go. All right, we need 1 more card in the graveyard, but that's why we sacrifice Stickfingers and leave Stickfingers there, right? Right. So decline. Very important part. All right. Feign Death. Feign Death, target Young Necromancer. Sacrifice Young Necromancer. Return it to the battlefield. Exile, feign death, exile, old Stickfingers. This time, move to command zone, because we might need the spells. Get Nyx's Bloom Ancient. Search for the Verdant Command, because it's 2 more tutors. There it is. All right, I'm going to tap you for green. Now we're going to sacrifice you to go get the Great Henge. And we're going to sacrifice the Necromancer. And we're going to go get the Paradox Engine. And I'm going to do all the searching now before I forget how it works. The Verdant Command is instant speed, so if they respond with some kind of removal, we can make creatures and fetch Safekeeping and Veil of Summer. So, Henge. Tap. Engine. Command. All right, now we just need spells to cast, which easy enough, right? You just grab whatever's near the top here. Sure. And you just throw stuff on the stack. So like Bond of Revival here can go get the Young Necromancer. Then we can sack it to tutor again if we want to. With the trigger on the stack, we could sacrifice to get another thing. I'm just going to decline though, because it shouldn't matter too much. And we just get Pestilent Cauldron at some point here.
The living are just so needy.
Opponent uses their activated ability, maybe a Sign of Surrender. We'll show them the Cauldron. And mill. And return and get you. Untap. Trigger. We're going to decline on this. QQ. And mill. If you need more spells, we can just do this. QQ, nil. For 0. I haven't even seen the rope this time. I'm getting so good at this. Basically an expert now. It only took 2 complete blunders. Blundering my way through the combo. This is why we need Sparky playing Historic Brawl, man. Whatever happened to Sparky playing Historic Brawl? Alright, your turn. Eh? Yeah! We are the champions, my friends. On the draw, our opponent is Orvar. Could be anything. So, Blood on the Snow. You're going to have to try to do the job. Tear Asunder might be an interesting card to have. Do I fetch a land here? After missing my last land drop and not having my graveyard full. But we're missing a few pieces here. We can save dig up a little bit. I mean, we could flood out from here. No ramp card. We get a discard card. Excellent. Let's see if they've got a counterspell for it. Probably what we would have taken anyway. Okay, what the heck is this? Treasure token. All the pirates get a bonus. Draw a card. Hippocamp. Gosh, everything here is a pain in my butt. I I guess I should keep them from getting on the front foot with the captain, because getting a treasure could be a problem. They also have the time twist, which I think is what they're trying to use with their commander. This card is kind of a pain, but not the worst. And this we can hit with Tear Asunder. All right. Yeah, Corsair Captain, pretty good card I didn't know about. It's a little bit of ramp in blue. There's probably some other spots where that would be useful. All right, playing the Otawara probably means they didn't draw land, but they get another look here with the Seer. Yeah, let's go get that land. You know we're not going to draw it on our own. This deck feels so insanely slow if you're on the draw. I'm just trying to cope with that. It's also insanely slow against blue decks, which have taken over this meta. All right, they get to bounce their Seer, but they're not going to. So I think I'll just exile that before it gets too much more value. All right, our turn 4 was looking naked, so drawing this into the north is nice. If they play the Orvar, maybe we can do the Blood on the Snow. They've got a Blast Zone. I don't think that's going to matter much. I guess we could have Stickfingered for 2 last turn, but I think getting the mana is a good idea. Hippocamp, and they have a Time Twist, which I believe returns at end step. Yeah, so that gets around Blood on the Snow very, very effectively. It's okay. Can do this. Let's get our cards in the graveyard. And then focus next turn on going for the combo. Which they'll probably play Orvar and hold up the Time Twist. And hopefully they don't have another counter spell. We could also go for Blood on the Snow if it doesn't work out. It is a reanimation after all. If they Time Twist... Okay, if they do it now, they get this back before the end step and they draw 2. It's pretty good for them. I would love another discard spell before I go for this. Scry to the top. The Hippocamp is a good value engine. If they can keep drawing counter spells, they can keep us away from what we need to do. But we get to go for Necromancer. If they counter that, we go for Blood. Or we go for Bond. If they counter that, we go for Blood. And if we draw a discard spell anywhere in there, we're doing good. Resolves. That's very good. Can we combo here? I don't know if we have enough things to sacrifice, but we've got Razaketh. If the opponent has any interaction, it might get ugly. Alright, they let us get the Feign Death. Will they let the Feign Death resolve, though? Maybe I'm supposed to just get the command. Maybe I need more creatures. Will I have enough mana? It's close at that point, but it's possible. Eh? Into the royal. Okay, so we sacrifice this. The Feign Death isn't going to happen, but we need to discard this Razaketh to keep things going next turn. So, and I want to kill this Hippocamp before we get outvalued. So we go get Bone Shards. They draw, this bounces. They draw, we make squirrels. Discard a card. Don't want to pay full price for a Razaketh anytime soon. Okay. I wish I had had these on the field, and I could have also, if they'd let that resolve, I could have gone and got a Thoughtseize as well, or a Veil of Summer. Clock, tick-tock. What else you got? Mana War for one of the tokens. They still got 2 mana open. Please draw Duress. Come on. Something like Duress. Unbreakable Bond. All right. We're just going to run these at them. Because why not? All right. Exile you and you. Get Razaketh. All right, sacrifice this squirrel. Get Feign Death. They don't seem like they have anything this time. There's no pause. There's no waiting. Resolves. All right. Getting closer. Getting a lot closer. Choose 2 cards. Get the Nyxbloom Ancient. Now we get a tutor. Get Great Henge, right? And then I sack the Necromancer to get Engine. And I cast Bond from my hand. Okay, that resolves. We got this, we got this, we got this. We can do it. Okay. All right. Maybe they knew it was coming, but they don't have, you know, I guess what they need, and they know that we're going to create an insurmountable situation, so... All right, got through that one. Why is this deck so hard? Why does my brain hurt so much? Our opponent claims to be MTG God, #1. Can't be true, because if you're 1, you'd just be MTG God, but that must have been taken. Anyway, Veil of Summer, let's go. Going second. Going second is hard. Let's go with a little bit of green. No. Nope. Casualties might need to come out. Thought of it as a good play, just a good all-purpose solution, and wouldn't mean I had to go off if I could casualties and buy another turn, but it's just not happening. Hasn't been important. So next turn they Urza. What happens the turn after that? Teferi? How bad is Teferi? I mean, this hand is great, right? If we exile the Mightstone and Weakstone, though, they have to win a different way. I mean, this hand is insane. We could try to hit the rock and stall them that way. I'm going to take the Mightstone, Weakstone. Yeah, we're just going to lose to this Urza, probably. We'll need them to make a mistake. Okay. Well, we get to Remorse the Teferi now. Or we Remorse the Discover. We don't give them much to Teferi until we play old Stickfingers. It does let them play sorceries during our turn, though. All right, let's make them cast the Discover. That might be the window we need to win. But my goodness, is this deck slow when it doesn't have turn 2 ramp. It is killing me. My Zoomer mind go brr. Yeah, just play the Urza, play the Signet, or play the Forge if you want to get that value. I'm just hoping I draw something to do on this turn. Come on. One card. 1 4 mana or less card that affects things. That's all I'm asking for. Yep. Okay. They said I'm not going for Urza yet. Or they're going for Urza after the Signet for some reason. Can't imagine what that would be. They have no timeouts and they are deep in the tank on whatever this is. Maybe they're thinking about holding up a counterspell for this turn. Okay. Obvious play stayed obvious. Yes! I'm a genius. I'm the best Magic player alive. Get wrecked. How does he do it? Now I just need something to like add 1 creature to the battlefield so Stickfingers can go off. I also need to hit the land drop. Alright, Tome. What else you doing? You gonna draw for your land drop? Probably should. 2 and a tap. Draw a card. I mean, they're an MTG god, but are they omnipotent? I'm starting to question this. Alright, after much consideration, obvious play was obvious. Oh, they're scrying. They're not drawing. That's really weird. Quick bottom. Still roping. Come on, man. All right, it's my turn. We hit our land drop, and this can become a creature. All right. Our obvious play stays obvious. Now, this is a cast trigger. If they have a Tail's End, they can counter the trigger. But if they counter the Stickfingers, it doesn't stop it. And there it is. Our opponent has chosen to activate Network Terminal and discard a Midnight Clock. All right. I believe that we attempt to get back Razaketh. I think our opponent is going to discover the formula. Can we go for the win? With the Feign Death into the Amber, into the Cultivator's Caravan, into the Great Henge. Okay, we can go for it. We could attack first. If they power up the cave, though, it blows up our attempt. So, just do this. They've got 1 card that's a mystery to us. I think what they want to do here is just discover the formula. The other card could be meaningless here. It's possible. It did discard a Midnight Clock and they drew a land, so it's probably not a land. Or they would have kept the clock. But it doesn't necessarily stop us. So let's get Razaketh. Or nope, don't exile. Gosh, scare myself here. That's our new strategy, is we're just going to time them out here. They have no timeout, so if we get them down to 0, they can't cast anything. All right, that happened. Let's see. We have the cards in graveyard. We can take this action. Rope them. Rope them down. All the way down. If it goes to 0, I can do this whole combo with no fear. I don't think they have enough time to put something on the stack if I go for the feign death. I don't think they do. All right, we're doing it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, they didn't do it. They're still there. Come on, make them rope out. Rope out, rope out, rope out. All right, XL2. Nyx, Bloom, Ancient. We need the Mox Amber, though. Yep. And they're out. They're out of time. Okay, tap this. We have to sacrifice this to go get Cultivator's Caravan. This is how you sequence it when you don't have the creatures. You got to get the Caravan. Then you have to cast the Caravan. Then you have to crew the... Oh, first you have to tap for mana. Or if you crew first, that's a disaster. All right, it's got to be green. Then we crew the Caravan like this. Go like this. Then we sack the Caravan as a creature. And if we get Henge here, we've got a lot of green mana, but we don't have it yet. We have to get a little bit more. How do we get black mana? Get the relic? All right, so we grab this. And this is 2 tapped and gain 3 life. So this is 2 tutors. One is Henge. The other has to make mana. But we have to do it from just having 1 frickin' green. How do we do that? What did I miss? I missed something. Because Dark Ritual won't do it. Somewhere in there, I think I was supposed to Dark Ritual, but I can't. Oh, wait. I can power up for 1 more tutor. I can... No. But that doesn't do me any good. Because I don't have black mana. How do I get black mana? For 1 mana? How? I don't know. So I guess I'm panicking and I'm not going to finish on this turn. So I am going to Mind Spike, there, discover the formula. Wait, I don't have black mana. Oh gosh. All right. I screwed it up again. Somewhere in there I was supposed to Dark Ritual and I don't know where. All right, we pass. And we probably lose. But we'll see. Oh God, how did I miss it? What did I miss? Well, they're gonna time out again before they cast Discover. Wait, why did they get 2 more timeouts? Judge! Who are these refs? Who is reffing this contest? Okay, timed out. It's fine. Maybe if they had activated Field of Ruin there, right? God. What did I do wrong? How was I supposed to get the last bit of mana? Oh, if I get Relic. Yes, then I can tap the Razaketh for any color, and I tap the Relic for any color. So I sack the Caravan, I get Relic, I play Relic, I tap both of these. But then I still don't have Verdant Command. And Verdant Command costs 2. Oh man. Yeah, somehow I have to get into black mana from that spot, and I don't know how. I am lost. Put it in comments. I guess. I think what I need in this deck is like Chromatic Sphere or Chromatic Star, right? Because that is a permanent that you're using for mana. So I think that produces 3 times. I'm going to test that. But in the meantime, our opponent is just... We basically queued up against Sparky, I guess. I mean, they were roping us from the get-go. All right. Cool. We got a lot of mana now. No lack of mana. I really thought that you could go off with 1 untapped mana and that there's a line to do it. And I haven't found it yet. I haven't found the way. Embarrassing, but it's true. Are we done yet? You've been given so many extra timeouts. Okay, we're still going. All right. Do I need more tutors? I shouldn't. Paradox. And decline. Settle like QQ. Let's go get the cauldron and just end this. Here, cauldron. There you go. On the field. Mill. Settle the wilds, because why not? This might be the most embarrassing video I've made. But at least we, Sparky here helped us out a bit. What you got over there, buddy? What's giving you all those headaches? Farewell. Farewell. I had lost on that turn that I passed. It was over. Oh my god. Done? No, wait. I thought the animation was slow and I thought their library was empty. Let it stop. Let it end. Make it go away. I'm up against MTG God, which I'm really starting to... I hope they're questioning their own selection of username, because when you throw that on there, you've got a lot to live up to. I have a lot to live up to being the one in best of one as it is. Why can't you just close the program and walk away? If you're such a god, can you at least close the program? Are we done now? Thank you. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that was your god power, was to get like 2 extra timeouts on my turn. But we're finally out of that cursed game. Our opponent has Icy Veins and Tezzeret the Schemer, which is not one I've seen as a commander. We've got a ramp spell. We've also got one of the additions here, Fungal Infection. If this doesn't hit black, things could get very bad. But I'm going to keep it because we've got ramp and we've got the token maker. And we've got the reanimator. So everything's there if we figure the mana out. If Settle hits a forest, I'm going to cry. Okay. That can be black. I'm just going to go get it right now rather than play the command. Might regret it with the infection, depending what they play, but that wasn't an option anyway. Double blue for the idol. So, I mean, Bo Seiju hitting that doesn't really matter. We drew Blood for Bones, which is really good. Swamp? Forest. But we do deterministically get Nissa. Like, we knew we were going to hit Nissa there because of the way the deck is constructed. The opponent doesn't have Tezzeret yet. It's interesting. Okay, we have Graveyard Shift, which is a really good one. Let's get the creatures into our graveyard, and then this might be an instant speed play. Again, they can't counter the trigger unless they have something that specifically does that. Tail's End is an example. But they don't do it. And Stickfingers is here. The deck is revealed and the graveyard is stocked. Alright, Interplanar Beacon lets them play Tezzeret. Tezzeret's going to kill Stickfingers. We can leave you in the graveyard here. And they still have one blue open. And we don't have the mana to go for it necessarily. So do things start getting worse for us if we don't go for it here? Well, we can't win. We should probably just try to set up. I really do need another land. So playing Nissa here, untap a land, play Cold Steelheart. They might bounce my land, but I haven't played a land yet for turn. So we could decline to turn this into a creature, but if we turn it into a creature, it can attack Tezzeret, but then they sacrifice Spellbomb and bounce it. Then we just replay it, right? And we get rid of their Spellbomb? Okay. Take action.
Cower before the elements.
It's a good play. We also get another landfall trigger on Nissa. So it's a reanimation effect just waiting to happen next turn. Which could be good enough, right? Because we don't have to put any mana into it. And then we can probably go off. Although I would love to get a look at their hand first. Let's see what they do. They create a cell, which is basically a treasure. 6 mana. Might Stone, Weak Stone. Draw 2. Okay. They have 2 mana that's just for artifacts and 1 mana of any color. Now they have 2 mana of any color and 2 mana just for artifacts. Wishclaw. I think that what I can do is I can reanimate the Razaketh, sacrificing the young Necromancer to get Veil Summer or Safekeeping, and I think I can go off here. I think I can. I should probably play the command first, though, so that the creatures are on the field when Razaketh enters, because that could be a moment of weakness. And away we go.
Vitality is a force to be reckoned with.
Go get Feign Death. Do I have the mana to go off is going to be the question. I think so, but I'm not sure. In theory, this should be my graduation ceremony. This should be me in final form, right? This should be us doing the thing. Yeah. Yeah. How about that? Can we do that? Counter spell. Oh no. All right. Hold on. Let's do this. Target here. And this sacking here. And go get this card, this little card here. Play that. I am the greatest. A combo master. I've never once made a mistake with this deck, so don't accuse me of it. Absolutely flawless. I always build my historic Brawl decks card by card from scratch. Yeah. And it takes a long time, but making the perfect Brawl list is very, very difficult. One of the more competitive decks in the format, competing in the Hell Queue, and takes a lot of time and exploration, more than I can put into one daily video. So I'd like to thank the following content creators who I always check out for inspiration and ideas for my deck lists. Legend.
Today we're taking a look at 2 Heavens as one, as suggested by my supporters on Patreon.
Amy the Amazonian.
Welcome to Brawl Stars. Today we're playing one of my favorite commanders, Volo.
I'm Not Fine.
That is lethal. Wow. GG.
And the Historic Brawl Stronghold on Discord. Thank you guys. Great content, and I appreciate the inspiration.